Are you addicted to League of Legends? Today's video is titled League of Legends and Addiction. I have no idea what the video is, but I'm guessing it's about why League is addicting. So stay tuned for that. Welcome back to LeagueVerse. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and my voice is slowly coming back. Let's get straight into it.
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game?
Lol, Tyler 1.
Sick of this fucking company. We're trash! Fix the game! It
Lol.
sucks playing the shit!
Yet he plays it.
Fucking addicted!
Yes, you said it.
So I can't quit!
I can't. This is hilarious. Lol, Tyler 1 is funny.
I cannot stand this game anymore!
Okay, it's bad to have.
It's something that many people face at some point in their life.
Agreed?
Some call it a condition, some say a disease. When I say addiction, one of these thoughts surely pop into your mind.
League of
Smoking,
Legends.
alcohol, rehab, drugs, medication, relapse. There is also one many are familiar with.
And
one
that
I want
is?
to talk about. Video game addiction.
Oh, I
also
agree.
known as internet gaming disorder.
What?
does it mean to be addicted? Addiction is
Internet gaming disorder? It's not a disorder because I play video games a lot.
the state of being physically or mentally dependent on a particular substance.
I'm
It can
not.
also be defined as not having control over doing something, to the point that it's harmful to you. And being addicted to video games involves its compulsive use to the point where it impacts your behaviors and thoughts towards self-care, relationships, and life overall. How is this even possible? Of course, gaming addiction can occur by being exposed to a variety of different games, not
Okay.
just one specific genre, that be Call of Duty, Rocket League, Minecraft, or Hearthstone. There is one
I
video
play
game
Minecraft.
infamous for trapping players into a
I play
vicious
COD.
cycle of addiction. And if you read the title, you'll know that I'm talking about League
League of Legends, yeah,
a
of course.
popular multiplayer online battle arena developed by Riot Games.
MOBA.
League of Legends was released back in 2009, over 13 years now, and it is
Oof.
still one of the most popular and successful.
This was when the
games.
graphics were
So
clapped.
why are so many people addicted to League of Legends specifically? There's all this talk about how addicting it is. When a new player asks, what's the best advice you'd give to a new player trying to get
Don't
into
start
the
the game.
the average
Never
new player
start.
usually responds,
Uninstall.
"Do it."
Yeah,
Various
exactly.
activities we do that release dopamine, the feel-good chemical. When we do something pleasurable or rewarding, dopamine is released.
Like
When
exercising.
this happens, our bodies look for that same pleasure again. Addictions stem from this process. That pleasurable feeling motivates us to engage in activities
Bro,
around
the guy, the way he's just like moving his hands is stressing me
such
out,
as
honestly.
socializing, eating, earning money, doing hobbies, and of course gaming. There are so many things that occur in video games that give us those dopamine highs, similar to gambling, for example. It's the small things that can make a big impact. When you zoom through a Sonic level with perfect momentum, or getting that massive kill streak in Call of Duty. League
Fair
of
enough.
Legends accomplishes this in many ways. To start, it's a multiplayer versus game, meaning there are winners and there are losers. You like to win because it feels good. You don't like to lose because it doesn't feel good.
Exactly.
Obviously, there's
Logically.
a lot of games that do this. It's not League alone that accomplishes it. There are plenty of games where winning and losing is at the core of the gameplay, but it's not nearly as addictive as
Fight back.
League also has a competitive ranked mode, where you play and compete with others to climb up the ranks, from Iron to Grandmaster and even Challenger. The higher you go in the ranks, the more people will want to play to get even higher than they are.
I agree.
Starting by only playing 1 or 2 games daily to over 12 a day. The average game of League of Legends
I don't
lasts
play 12 games a day. Like it's between 4 to 6. Plus, keep in mind, I do this as a side hobby for YouTube. Maybe a full-time job one day.
25 to 30
But
minutes.
it's
Then
like,
there's the queue times, choosing champions, and dodging games. It adds up to a lot of time taken up. One major part of the addiction is because, well, we are competitive by nature. There is a thrill to it, wanting to be better than those we face up against.
I
This
agree.
is especially true when you're playing ranked. When we play League of Legends, it's only for 2 reasons really. It's to have fun and it's to win. If you prefer drafted games, you fall into the former category. If you play ranked, usually it's the latter category. We want to kill, start a game,
Oh,
score
no.
points, and carry our teammates to victory for that LP game, eventually leading to the rank up. Why? Because it feels pretty damn amazing.
Of course it
Legends
does.
rewards players for playing well and beating the enemy. Your skill expression gets rewarded, and if you play well enough with a strong lead, you turn into this full build raid boss that everyone turns away from at first.
the
These
bunk.
feelings increase the brain's dopamine levels, and it occurs from so many different sources. You get that feeling of accomplishment when you outsmart your opponent, resulting in you killing them and hearing first blood, or better yet, shut down. When you or a
Ugh.
teammate score a double or triple kill, or maybe an ace, even those simple announcements trigger that dopamine hit. Add to that, the visual effects are smooth, especially for epic and legendary skins, and even the simplest sound effects that might not be as noticeable
Satisfying.
all play surprisingly big
Yeah.
roles in the full picture. You got champions
Like for example, clearing a full wave of minions with let's say champ was an Udyr R,
too. There's
or like an Aurelian Soul E.
something
Oh,
very
that's so satisfying.
about the sound effects from Silas's passive prop,
Yeah.
like hitting minions or enemies. The same can be said for Jin's fourth shot. There's just something so satisfying about the impact these effects have.
Is this how they get
All of
people
these
addicted?
to add up. One of the most important features in League of Legends, CS, or creep score. A lot of
Oh.
people don't realize how satisfying it is to simply farm CS in the game,
Exactly.
early and late game. There's the little
So
coin flip sound
satisfying.
effect where the amount you earn bounces up on the screen before
Ugh.
falling and fading away. Again, most people don't notice this stuff. You're so hooked on trying to beat your opponent that these things go unnoticed. But without them,
No,
the
I
game
always
feels a
say-
lot emptier.
I
And
always say
those
these are
details
addicting.
are what keep you invested for 20
And
to
satisfying.
40 minutes straight. The Dragon Soul, Baron Nashor, and Elder Dragon 2. Even simple objectives got that neuron activation going haywire. These objectives are game changers that have your heart pounding when contested. It's all these things that have you queuing up again. There have been countless times where I finish up a game with a victory only to sit there and say to myself, I just want more.
Yeah. That's literally me. I dragged myself. I literally won a ranked match right now, and I was like, you know what? I'm playing another one. I'm like, no, be productive. Make another LeagueVerse video. Come on.
For some, it's no longer a game. It's a competition. They want to be better. They don't play to have fun. Winning is what you want. It's what you hope for. It's the expectation going into it. But there will be some games where your opponent dominates you in lane, but your team carries you. Yeah, you won the game, but you feel disappointed in yourself. That feeling of defeat lingers. You hop in for a
Nah, if I get carried, I don't
better,
mind, honestly.
Then, because you're a little tilted, you start making mistakes you usually wouldn't make.
I'd be
You
happy
lose
if I
lane
get carried.
again.
I
But
wish.
this time your team can't carry you, so you get more tilted and lose the game. You're down 2 losses, lost some LP. What do? Want to call it quits and have some fun in drafts? ARAM? Or just go off for the day? Or do you think, that we're not going off until I get at least one win, and then you lose 20 games or something? Like, it literally takes 2 clicks for you to queue back up. It's that ease of access that allows you to get addicted so easily. You go into a game and play. You strive to be better than your opponents. And if you are, you climb up until you face players that are better than you. And all you want to do is improve. You want to be the best. So you play and you play and you play until you can compete and overcome the obstacles in your way. You want to be the best, like Battle Royales. You want to be the last man standing, like MMORPGs. You want to be the strongest motherfucker in your guild, have the best weapons and armor stats. You want that
Oof.
sense of accomplishment. And for a lot of people, it's hard to get tired of the game because of the smaller intricacies within the game itself. You enjoy playing tanks? Well, League has a variety of tanks to choose
Yeah.
from. You can try out Shen, Dr. Mundo, Nautilus. They're all tanks, but they all play a very unique role beyond that. Maybe eventually you get tired of playing tanks. Why not try out bruisers like Darius or Pantheon? Or hop into the mid lane and play a mage like Vex, or an assassin such as Katarina, or even an assassin mage hybrid like Ahri. Why not play jungle for a bit and see how you feel in that role? You see, maining a hero gives you an identity in the game. The unique hero kits and passives allows for so much variety, and to add to that, the items in the shop allow you to have a different build each game.
Exactly.
Each game is the same in League of Legends.
Yeah, right. All my last like 3 or 4 matches have been the same exact build because guess
You know
meta,
what?
right?
You've put countless hours into it, so you feel more inclined to keep going, so it doesn't feel like it was all a waste. So you try to climb, play to win. It's no longer about having fun. It's to the point where you'd end a gaming session lasting several hours, extremely stressed out and upset. People that fall under this category of players grow to hate the game. They have nothing good to say about the game. But
I love the game. I
day
enjoy it.
after Day after day.
It's not
Alright, so I
this
know
bad
this
for
kinda
me.
comes off as kind of nerdy and like pseudo-intellectual, but jokes aside, this game requires a lot of intellectual thinking.
Agreed. Oh, come on. I agree to that.
You have to focus on your positioning, ganking, farming, jungling,
Macros.
ability cooldowns, enemy ability cooldowns, summoner spell usage, wave management, when to recall,
It's like a chess
weapon
game.
size, objectives, runes, enemy locations.
League is literally a chess game, but in a game, like in a virtual game. That's what I always tell people. League is a chess game. You need to get into the enemy's head. You need to know what they're doing. You need to know their cooldowns. You need to know the pathing. You need to know what will cause you to win the game. You need macros. Every single thing affects the game.
Pings,
Every second affects it.
all that fun stuff. In these games, every second counts.
Exactly.
The base for an extra second can be the difference between you losing your tower, losing a Drake, or helping your team in a team fight. It's those things that players love, because at every moment you have to be thinking. Then you get rewarded for thinking ahead, playing better, and having more awareness. Will I play on the defensive and wait for a gank? Maybe I have
Heimer.
to push my waves, so I can give our jungler a chance to take Rift Herald. Enemy jungle is trying to gank bot. Maybe I should counter jungle and take his camps. Or as a laner, I should teleport down to even the odds. It could be the game-changing play. There are so many things that go through your mind in a single game. There is always more to learn no matter your rank, and you can always get better. There's one major reason we come back, and it's to do with intermittent reinforcement. Simply put, it's when things you want are granted inconsistently. Even if you perform the correct or desired behavior, you are only rewarded sometimes. For example, gambling. This is different to continuous reinforcement, which rewards you every time for a desired behavior, like giving a dog a treat every time he does a trick. In League of Legends, we're not always promised a victory, no matter how well we play. It's why we hate the game. It's why solo queue can be so stressful. It's why we keep playing. Dopamine has a great presence in response to intermittent reinforcement, and this is why it's so addicting. The rewards come intermittently and unpredictably. You're not sure whether you'll win, so you do your best to overcome the odds. You win, you feel amazing, and queue back up to win more. Or you lose and queue back up to get the LP back, and get your win streak going again. One day you love League of Legends due to the positive reinforcement you get from winning, but other days you uninstall the game, and can't think of a single good thing to say about it, only to reinstall it 24 hours later.
I've never uninstalled League.
Abusive relationship with the game. It's horrible. Our body and brain become addicted to the highs, the rewards, so we keep going. It has a lot in common with gambling, like I said. If you win, you think luck is on your side, so you keep playing until you're down on money. And when you're down on money, you keep playing to try to get that money back, and then you begin winning again. The cycle continues. If there was no risk in these activities, they would get boring. There would be no thrill. We love taking our chances again and again. The less we know of the outcome, the more obsessed we become with the potential outcome. And once we climb, then we have the new seasons that come, which compels players to continue playing, so they can reach the rank they deserve and climb from there. This
I'm
all
excited for
happens
new
due to
seasons,
amazing
usually.
advertisements by Riot, and the fact that the game is easy to run on most PCs, and it's free to play. Everyone knows about the game without even knowing what the game is about. A lot of people only know one or two characters from the game, but are still aware of its existence, because it's so addicting and easy to access. The longer you play, the more familiar you become with the champions, and Riot always spices things up with patches, reworks, and new champions, releasing approximately 5 to 6 champions yearly, and that's a lot.
I should play Bel'Veth. It's been a while.
Between having a healthy relationship with
Is she in meta?
gaming and being full-blown addicted.
I like how it
Some
gets
say
distracted
they
so
or
quickly.
Others are definitely addicted. When you look at it, it's not true, and some think that they can stop playing whenever they want and that they're surely not addicted. Like, if you have time to play it, then more power to you. But if it gets in the way of your activities and you begin to hold things off just to play more, then it's questionable. How are you feeling while you play? Why are you playing? Are you still having fun? Are you playing because you want to? Or do you wish to stop playing and can't? At that point, you should think about your current situation and if it needs some fixing. For a lot of video game addictions, it's a byproduct of something else happening, or that has happened in life, which causes a void inside of you, and you consume and use gaming to fill that void. I don't know how true it is, or how applicable it is to everyone, but I can see some merit in it. The biggest step in addiction is the first step, and that first step is acceptance.
Okay, let's say, for example, I accept I'm addicted. That's it. But yeah, this is the story of League of Legends and addiction. Are you guys addicted to League? Let me know in the comments how many hours you play a day. And yeah, this is your host with the most LeagueVerse. And bye-bye.